From The National, this is Trending Middle East. I'm Yasmin Altaji. It's Wednesday, June 4th. Here are today's headlines. There's been more violence near an aid site in Gaza. At least 27 Palestinians were killed waiting for aid at a distribution center after Israeli troops opened fire on Tuesday morning. That's according to Gaza's health ministry. The United Nations has called for an investigation into repeated violence near this aid site. The call came from UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Monday after the killing and wounding of Palestinians near an aid distribution point run by the U.S. and Israel-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Gaza's Civil Defense Agency said at least 31 Palestinians died and more than 170 were injured after Israeli troops opened fire at the distribution site in the southern city of Rafah. Medics and witnesses backed up those reports. Israel's army first said it was unaware of casualties. Then it said its troops did not fire at civilians, quote, near or within, unquote, the food bank in the south of Gaza. It said that, quote, reports to this effect are false, unquote. Mr. Guterres did not assign blame for the deaths. Israel relaxed a blockade on Gaza in May, allowing aid into the enclave for the first time since mid-March. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation has come under fire and its former head resigned, citing practices out of line with international humanitarian standards. Syria's new national army is halfway built. The interim government in Damascus, led by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, has so far recruited half of a planned 200,000-man army. That's according to a Syrian military official briefed on the progress, speaking to The National. It's a move that unites several factions that sprung up during the civil war that began in 2011. It's also crucial for the consolidation of power by President Ahmed al-Shara. The National's Khaled Yacoub Oweis reports.
Shortly after taking power in December last year, the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham authorities in Damascus announced the appointment of a new head of the army, although the army at that stage was defunct. The new army commander, Nuruddin Nassan, is a confidant and a comrade of President Ahmed al-Shara. Both were jihadists before the remarkable transformation of the top HTS command into statehood. Nassan, together with Defense Minister Murhef Abu Qasra, have been building the new army by drawing various militias into it, mostly militias that had allied with HTS during the civil war and were participating in the offensive that removed Bashar al-Assad in December.
The leaders of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, which is the group that led the rebel offensive that removed the regime of former President Bashar al-Assad, are aiming for a major geopolitical shift in the Middle East. Foreign fighters who were allies of HTS in the Civil War have now been brought into a new brigade. That's a step in meeting major U.S. demands to contain those factions. The official told The National that one 3,500-man brigade comprises mostly foreign, weaker fighters.
Little has been disclosed about the process of building Syria's new army. However, a senior Syrian military official told The National on Tuesday that the army now has about 100,000 members. Almost all of these 100,000 men are either HTS members and fighters or members of militias that were allies with HTS in the civil war.
Meanwhile, the Syrian Democratic Forces, or SDF, the military wing of the Kurdish-led administration in the country's northeast, is seeking to resurrect an integration deal with Damascus.
The mostly Kurdish SDF and President Ahmed al-Shara signed a deal in March to integrate the SDF into the new state, but the deal has faltered. The SDF has demanded a form of federalism for northeast Syria, the area which it rules. Many Syrian Arabs see the current developments in the country as far as its alliances with the other Arab countries in the region and the normalization with the US as spelling the end of the SDF.
Hajj begins today. The annual Muslim pilgrimage is starting as Saudi authorities tightened safety and security measures. Among them, the world's largest cooling system, drone monitoring, and stringent fines on unauthorized pilgrimage. Millions of Muslims travel to Mecca to perform Hajj each year. All Muslims who are able to do so are required to make the Hajj pilgrimage at least once in their lifetime. The National's Ali Al Shouk visited Dubai International Airport, where pilgrims were leaving for Hajj. Here he is with more.
Everyone at the airport were smiling and welcoming the pilgrims. I personally spoke with a couple of them, and one of the people, his name is Abdullah Al-Mutawwa. I mean, he was really thrilled and he was really happy because he's traveling for the first time for Hajj, and he told me that he broke down in tears when he arrived to the airport, knowing that finally he can perform Hajj.
About 3,100 UAE citizens are expected to fly to the kingdom from Dubai this week.
Hajj journeys usually are personal and often it's once in a lifetime. So the officials at the airport, everybody in Dubai Airport's community, you can tell that they want to ensure every pilgrim departs with confidence and return with ease.
That's all for this morning's headlines. You can get these stories and follow live updates at our site. Yasmin Al-Taji, The National.